For another edition of what you can get for free in Victoria. Today I'm talking about PRAP funding, which is the Private Rental Assistance Program. For another edition of what you can get for free in Victoria. Today I'm talking about PRAP funding, which is the Private Rental Assistance Program. This scheme was put in place by the Victorian government. So one, you can maintain housing, and the other way is to establish housing. If you're experiencing rental arrears right now, or you may have a notice to vacate because of your rental arrears, PRAP funding is a fantastic resource to be able to get your rent arrears paid up, or at least partly paid up. It's a really great step to maintain that rental you're currently in. So this is some information. This is an example of like Launch Housing, who offer PRAP funding. So if I was you, I would just type in PRAP funding and then your suburb that you're in, and then it should be able to come up with the organisation that holds the funding in your region, because each area of Victoria would have a different organisation. It could be Salvos, it could be Vinnies, it could be Launch Housing. There's a myriad of different organisations that will do the funding. If this sounds like something that could be useful for you, I would just do that Google and call up that organisation and say, hey, I've kind of had a sense of PRAP funding and just wondering if you have it. And they'll be able to work with you through your eligibility. One of the eligibility criteria is for your rent to not be above 55% of your income. So just jump on Google, you can do a percentage converter, chuck in what your income is, chuck what your rent is, and it'll say the percentage. There is a bit of a buffer for family violence. So if you are above 50% and there is family violence and you're experiencing family violence, they're more likely to be, flexible with that, because once again, the goal of the funding is both to maintain the housing or establish it. So especially if you're fled and you just got a new private rental, they'll be able to help you. It might be getting the bond loan, it might be with moving costs, it might even be with some white goods. It kind of depends on what you're needing. The other element of maintaining it, like I said, a rental arrears, it could be you're needing a skip bin. There could be things that they're needing certain repairs done for you to maintain that lease. Might be once again like a notice to vacate, and there's something there that they're wanting you to do. So it might be worth giving PRAP in your local area that service PRAP a phone call and just run it by them and say, this is what I'm experiencing, can you help me? I've seen some really great outcomes when I've been able to support families accessing PRAP funding. So especially in this financial crisis, I definitely would suggest giving it a go, because the government wants people to maintain rentals as well as establish them. But there is eligibility criteria and there is a lot of documents that they need. So at least in my one, you needing to provide a bank statement, ID such as like your driver's license or healthcare card, as well as your income statements. So that's all once again to prove that 55% ratio. They want to know how much is coming in, and they want to know then how much is your rent. And let's say it's rental arrears, it's about needing an invoice from your rental manager, as well as like a rental ledger that shows your arrears. So there's a couple of pieces of evidence what they'll need, but the fact that you can liaise with the housing worker, get it set up, and then be able to maintain that lease is pretty amazing. So I'm going to put some links below, and